Cincinnati's Oldies Network.
Cincinnati.
The following is a paid program. Its views and opinions are not necessarily those of this station or its management.
Good morning, and welcome to the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour, starring Gary Rossignol of RE/MAX Preferred Group. To be part of the program, dial 513-563-1480 to get your answers to questions about your home and property. That number again, 513-563-1480. Now, here's Gary.
Hey, good morning, everyone. How are you surviving social distancing? Here at WDJO, we're doing quite fine. My name's Gary Rossignol, the rock and roll realtor with RE/MAX Preferred Group, and your host every Saturday morning. We're all about having fun, learning something important, and enjoying some good music. However, this morning is all about and for the Dragonfly Foundation. Yeah! My guest is an avid fan, their number one volunteer, and a board member at the Dragonfly Foundation, Mr. Bill Carigan.
Hey, Gary. How are
Bill.
you?
Hey, you're getting a standing ovation already.
I love it.
That's fantastic. We're going to do some different things this morning. This is going to be kind of an exciting show, so stay with us, folks. And thank you, Facebook, for tuning in. Carol, I see you're on already. We got it up and running this morning. No technical difficulties. It's hit and miss every Saturday morning. You just never know. I don't think it has anything to do with the COVID-19, but you know it's technology. It's the way it goes. So anyway, thanks for tuning in and watching, Carol. Tell all your friends and family to watch as well. We want to give away some extra special gifts this morning because Bill came in here and the Dragonfly Foundation has a new promotion going on with the COVID-19. We can't do all the fundraising that we do, so we're doing some things virtually. And Cincy Shirts has offered to do this for the Dragonfly Foundation. They have a really, really, really cool T-shirt, and it says, "Hugs will resume shortly."
Perfect.
I love it. Mine's on its way. I ordered it last Sunday. I was going to wear it today, but it didn't show up in time. But you can own Hugs Will Resume Shortly. We have them in medium, large, or extra large sizes. When you call in with guessing these trivia questions, just tell Dan the size you want, and we'll get those out to you. So, the phone number is 513-563-1480. Answer this first question. We'll have a couple questions as we go along. As we get a winner on this, and we'll do another question.
Great.
Who was the Beatles drummer who preceded Ringo Starr? If you know anything about Beatles history, you're going to know that answer. The drummer who preceded Ringo Starr with the Beatles. Just call 513-563-1480. Give us the correct answer, and you'll get yourself a free T-shirt. That's a $20 gift.
$25
gift.
Yeah, and they're actually available in small through 3X.
Okay, all right. So whatever size.
We can take care of
whatever size you have. You got it. Yeah, we can do that. The Beatles' first drummer. Yeah, Ringo came in after him, and,
he did.
And it was history after that. That's early days.
It's a pretty good gig.
Yeah.
Walk into that job.
Yeah, no. Well, Ringo was great, though.
Oh, he was great.
Yeah, he was
one of the best.
He was, and he'll tell you so.
No question.
And the thing is, Ringo is still out there gigging.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Absolutely.
That is absolutely amazing. That gives me a lot of hope. I also want to reach out and say a real special I love you to my sweetheart, the love of my life, my first love, my only love, the mother of my 3 kids, the gammy of my 5 grandchildren. Wow. Tuesday we celebrated our wedding anniversary.
How many?
48.
Wow, that is fantastic.
I know, it's really great. We've had a great week and looking forward to a lot more walks and gigs and shows and helping clients and doing all the things that we love to do together.
Keep it rolling.
I love you, Mary. You're the best. She always has a smoothie for me on Saturday mornings. Nice. And gets me out the door on time. And yes, she's
better treatment than I get.
Bill Gabbard, thanks for watching. And We liked seeing people come on. So we give us a call, 513-563-1480. Who was the drummer who preceded Ringo Starr with the Beatles? So, Bill, tell us a little. I mean, usually the last 5 or 7 minutes of the show is dedicated to the Dragonfly Foundation. But last week we were on, and we just run out of time. And I said, we need to have you on here for a whole show. And my guest for this week, with the craziness going on in the world, they decided not to come on the show. But I said, Bill, come on, let's do a whole show. And you said, I'll be there.
I'll be there. Absolutely.
And you are. So
we appreciate it.
For a lot of folks who are watching on Facebook, Pam Benson, thanks for watching. Appreciate that. Give us the lowdown, the story from the beginning of the Dragonfly Foundation. Who are they and how did they get started?
Yeah, well, one of the founders, Christine Knightsky, actually had a child who was diagnosed with pediatric cancer and was admitted to Cincinnati Children's Hospital and received fantastic care, as they all do at Cincinnati Children's. But Christine and her friend noticed that there were things that were missing as far as the family was concerned, as far as siblings were concerned, and said, boy, there's a gap that we can fill here, because when you are given a diagnosis of pediatric cancer, life stops.
And anywhere in the country.
Anywhere in the world. And you drop everything, and they say, if you're going to get the best care, you go to Cincinnati Children's. And for those of us here in Cincinnati, it's just a blessing that, we can drive to Cincinnati Children's from anywhere in the area in less than 30 minutes. But if you're in Huntington, West Virginia, and you're in Plano, Texas, and they tell you to get to Cincinnati Children's, well, the family packs up and goes to Cincinnati Children's.
And they probably don't even pack up very much either. They just run.
That's exactly right. They just run because they want to get those kids into treatment as soon as possible to get the best outcomes. Well, Christine and Rhea Davidson, best friends, put their heads together and said, how could we help these families?
Now, the two of them were in worked for different companies, but they were in
PR together.
Public relations.
Yeah, they had worked together. And so they said, boy, there's a real need here to serve these families, because you show up and you're from out of town. Chances are you didn't pack, as you said, you didn't pack everything you needed. There's a million things going through your head. And the Dragonfly Foundation, really what we do is we try to, number one, give the families the support that they need, whether it's gift cards for a meal, whether it's a toothpaste, toothbrush, you name it. Every family that arrives at Cincinnati Children's battling a pediatric cancer receives a large bag full of supplies.
A blue bag.
Yeah. Of everything under the sun that you could possibly need when you've been displaced from home. And then there it is.
There's the bag that you get.
And then,
cool.
In addition, there is support in the way, as I said, of restaurant gift cards and things of that nature, and all sorts of support. In addition, there is now, just seconds away from Cincinnati Children's, the Landing, which is our headquarter, where the Landing, when we're under normal circumstances,
right, sure,
not COVID-19, is open to the families to come and relax and have fun and have a sense of normalcy, and computers and video games and all the things that kids want to do to, have a few minutes of normalcy.
The Landing is basically for the patients who've been through Children's Hospital and are in a clean stage, but they need to be monitored or retested every once in a while, and for their siblings or brothers and sisters.
Exactly right.
And I think on Friday evenings you let the kids all come there and let mom and dad go out and have a night out.
How good is that?
Oh,
and if you're a parent that's going through that, that's just invaluable, right?
Now, my experience, and this is where I find it so touching what the Dragonfly Foundation does. I had a young family. They had one young son who was about 4 years old. This was many years ago. and he needed some surgery. He had a serious ear infection, went through a battery of surgeries, and they were in hock for well over $300,000 or $400,000 that insurance wouldn't cover. So now here's the parents that have this huge debt on their shoulders. What happens? They start bickering, and it escalates to where they decide that they're going to split up. And they can't make their mortgage payments, so they get behind on their mortgage payments, and now the bank's going to take their house. Now, what do you think their son thinks? It's his fault.
Yeah.
That's the mindset that goes on.
Yeah.
And it's a nasty ending. And we short sold the house for him, which saved him a little bit. But I'm sitting back going, why is this happening?
Right.
You know, I mean, and that's what the Dragonfly Foundation does. They step in time to save the day and keeps the family unit together. Especially
as best you can.
The patient has a couple siblings, brothers and sisters. They feel neglected.
No doubt.
The patient themselves feels like it's my fault. Mom and dad are fighting and arguing because they can't afford to do. And it's a lose-lose situation. And the Dragonfly Foundation, by putting smiles on their faces, makes it a win-win.
Yeah. That's extremely well said. There's probably nothing more stressful in life than dealing with a son or daughter that's battling cancer. And like I said, I mean, in most cases, these people are just uprooted and off to Cincinnati Children's, and we're there to help them in any way that we possibly can.
Right. Dan, do we have any winners? No? Okay. Here's the next trivia question. How about this one? Who first wrote and performed Brown Eyed Girl?
Great song.
Yeah. If you call us at 513-563-1480, we're going to get you a Hugs Will Resume Shortly t-shirt, which you can wear that proudly. It's a nice shirt. A dark gray shirt with the emblem on it.
It is.
It's really cool. For those of you on Facebook, there's the way it looks. So call us up, 513-563-1480. Answer either who was the drummer who preceded Ringo Starr or who wrote and performed Brown Eyed Girl. Come on, folks. You guys got to know that. We want to give away these T-shirts. We want to see as many T-shirts out there run around Cincinnati as possible.
Absolutely. And now, actually, you could actually wear one today.
Yeah, it's a $25 gift value. So there we go. We're getting the phones are starting to ring. I guess they didn't know who preceded Ringo Starr, but they do know who wrote and performed Brown Eyed Girl. Well, we'll give a third one out here in just a few minutes. There's another really good, easy question we'll ask. So, Hugs will resume shortly, and I added, but smiles never end.
Love it.
And how can our listening audience help the Dragonfly Foundation and get one of those shirts? Where can they go?
I'm glad you asked because, as you can imagine, our donations are off.
Right.
Given the fact of everything going on in the economy right now, it's understandable. But there are so many ways to give, and you don't have to write an enormous check to the Dragonfly Foundation. There's a million little things that you can do. One thing that I just learned about was we all order from Amazon.
Yeah.
We all order from Amazon. I mean, I have boxes coming multiple times a week.
Amazon Smiles.
Yeah. And they will, if you designate the Dragonfly Foundation at Amazon Smiles, you don't spend another nickel to support, and they send money back to the Dragonfly Foundation. So if you plug us into Amazon Smiles as your designee, you're helping Dragonfly every time you get a shipment.
Yeah.
And so that is a super easy way. Another super easy way is to text Wings 15 to 71777 on your smartphone.
Yeah.
You can do it right now. And just pick up your phone, text Wings 15, and you can donate. A $5 donation is greatly appreciated. Believe me, we know how to stretch $5. And
you do.
And we're really lean and mean. A tremendous percentage of every dollar that comes in goes to service to the families. and we're very Spartan in the way that we operate, and we're proud of that, in that we are good stewards of the donations.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to express my gratitude to all the troops and the veterans, the first responders, and our heroes in service and healthcare, like our nurses and doctors, our nurses, aides, and healthcare staff, the EMT staff, police, and firefighters. So often they deal with life and death situations, and especially during this pandemic. Thank them and keep them in your thoughts and prayers. If you see somebody in uniform, give them a thank you sign from afar. I usually say go up and shake their hands, give them a big bear hug, but we can't do that right now. But if you just give them the thank you sign, yell, "Thank you," they will greatly appreciate it, and that's worth all the money in the world to them. They really, really would appreciate it. And what would we do without them right now? I'll tell you what, it's unbelievable what they're going through right now.
Or if you look in your rear view mirror and you see that there's a police officer behind you, pick up their coffee, pick up their
there
lunch.
you go. Yeah, pay it back or pay it forward. There you go. After that, so after our break, which we need to go away for right now, we're going to have a moment with Myles, and then how the COVID-19 virus is affecting the Dragonfly Foundation. We'll get a little bit more of that. If you do have a question or a comment for us, you can call us at 513-563-1480 and answer one of those trivia questions. Get yourself a Dragonfly T-shirt. You're listening to the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour on the official station for FC Cincinnati Soccer on WDJO 1480 AM, now on FM 995 and 107.9.
So start spreading the news. American woman.
Together again. Live in concert. Randy Bachman and Burton Cummings. Saturday, June 13th, Rose Music Center at the Heights. Celebrating music from the Guess Who and Bachman Turner Overdrive and Burton Cummings. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and RoseMusicCenter.com.
When you need the expertise of a top-notch plumbing company, it's Zinn's Plumbing you ought to call. Oh, they may be at the bottom of the alphabetical listing, but the service and pricing of Zinn's Plumbing puts them at the head of the class. They don't keep you waiting for hours on end on appointment calls. Zinn's Plumbing works within a 2-hour time frame, so you don't waste your time waiting for a service technician. And when a Zinn's plumber comes to solve your problem, you can feel confident the job will be done right. With Zinn's Plumbing, you'll always know what the cost will be before they start. They bill on a flat rate basis instead of an inefficient hourly billing system. Zinn's state-of-the-art.
Thank you, Facebook, for watching. Phil Moracle, he's past president of the Board of Realtors, is watching. Jen, my daughter, hey Jen, along with Pam and Carol and Bill and Carol. Thanks, guys, for watching. Tell all your friends and family to watch. And today is my granddaughter's birthday. Nice. Happy birthday to Addie. She's 1 year old. How about that?
That's cool.
That is great. So happy birthday. All right, we're going to get back to the show.
Methods of testing that offers homeowners the opportunity to detect electrical hazards before they become a problem. Trust the electrician with over 70 years experience. Cooper Electric. Make safety a top priority in your home by having it become current safe. For no-cost consultation, visit cooper-electric.net.
Hear what customers are saying.
I love this place. This spot offers some versatility that I wasn't quite expecting when I walked in. You can either sit outside in this awesome walled-in back area or go inside and enjoy the ambiance and some live music. I went with a friend, and it was just perfect. They have a giant courtyard patio with live music. It was 2 guys with acoustic guitars singing and having a great time.
The Blind Lemon, open 7 nights a week. Live music 7 nights a week. The Blind Lemon, 936 Hatch, Mount Adams.
Get on. Let's rock the house.
Hey, thanks for listening. You'll be glad you did. And I'm your host, Gary Rossignol with RE/MAX Preferred Group, better known as Cincinnati's Rock and Roll Realtor. And now, there we go, the moment we have been waiting for. This is the captain of our ship, Mr. Myles Beersford, with his wit and humor and good thoughts for the day. Good morning, Myles.
Hey, Gary, rock and roll, my friend. According to Showing Time, which is the system utilized by Cincy MLS and RE/MAX Preferred Group, weekly home showings normalized this past week back to the rate of the first week in January of this year, and they are trending upward as of this past Thursday. If you remember, back to January, I reported right here on the show that January was going to be the new April. This is great news for buyers and sellers and realtors, and that's this morning's Moment with Myles.
That's good stuff. The good news, Myles. I appreciate that. And you know, I put a condo on the market Thursday. We had 13 showings yesterday, 4 offers last night, and it is going to be pending by noon today.
Unbelievable.
So, yeah, and I showed a house in Loveland yesterday. It's the market is very strong. We are an essential business. People need to buy and sell houses. So, that being said, the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour is brought to you today by the Rock and Roll Real Estate team at RE/MAX Preferred Group at 513-777-2402. If you have any questions about buying or selling, please give me a call. But that was Myles Beersford along with his lovely wife, Christine. They are the owners of RE/MAX Preferred Group, the largest RE/MAX brokerage in the entire state of Ohio, and I am so happy and glad to be part of that wonderful organization. They stay really on top of it, and they take very good care of us. So thank you, Myles, for that update on today's market. I appreciate that. Let's see, if you have a question or if you want to win a Dragonfly T-shirt, hugs will resume shortly. What a great clause. And I added, smiles never end. But call us at 513-563-1480. Here's a third trivia question. If you don't know the answer to the first two, which first one was the drummer who preceded Ringo Starr with the Beatles, his name, who first wrote and performed Brown Eyed Girl, the name of that band, and what band recorded the famous song Freebird? Carol Schilling, I know you know that answer. So if you're watching on Facebook, I'm sure Phil Moracle knows that answer as well, or Pam. If you know the answer to that question, call us up, give Dan your name, your address, and your shirt size, and you will get, and it's a $25 value, too. We'll ship it out to you. So give us a call. The band that recorded the famous song Freebird. And I don't care what show we play, where we're at, somebody yells out, Freebird! Exactly. We never have learned the song. We ought to learn it, though, maybe if we ever get out to play again here soon. I hope so. Hugs will resume shortly. I have with me here in the studio Mr. Bill Carigan. He is on the board at Dragonfly Foundation. He is their #1 volunteer, and he is a very avid fan. You were a fan before you got on the board.
I was a fan before I got on the board.
Yeah. And you volunteered. Do you have any history other than just, I know you're in a different line of business. You're in a financing type business.
No, I'm actually in the executive coaching and leadership development business. But no, we tried to volunteer as much as I'm involved with the board of directors. We also try to get out and volunteer at events. As a matter of fact, my kids have been out to volunteer at events. My son actually has a group at St. Xavier that goes and helps out around the landing with yard work and whatever they need done. So I think volunteering is a huge thing. And if you go to www.dragonfly.org, you will be able to see our events page. And once we get back to normal, which shouldn't be too long from now, we will begin to reschedule a lot of the events that had been planned for the spring. And we're always looking for volunteers. We're always looking for people to attend those events. And there's literally something for everyone who wants to help out, because it's about the cause. There's no one I know that can't empathize with what a Dragonfly family is going through, and there's a million ways to support us. And I just encourage you to go to the website and check it out. It's a wonderful website. And again, as we reschedule events, we will have those posted. We certainly hope to maybe move the motorcycle ride and the golf outing to the fall, which are always very popular events. Another way you can give, Gary, is when we get back to normal, if you have unused tickets to a sporting event, the circus, a concert, and you can't use your tickets, even an hour or two before the show, if you can't use those tickets, get a hold of us at the Dragonfly Foundation. We will pick those tickets up and we'll get them to a family, because that is huge for a family to be able to go out